What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So this is a phone that needs no introduction, of course. This is the new Samsung Galaxy Note 9. And I know I'm a little late to the game with my coverage here, as most of you have probably seen this device around over the last couple of weeks. But if you live in the US, you've probably only seen the ocean blue or lavender purple color variants of the Note 9 in action. And both those color options are great, don't get me wrong, but I wanted one of those exclusive colors they don't offer here in the States yet, the metallic copper. And that's exactly what I have here. As far as how I got it, I simply just found an international seller online who was offering it and willing to ship to the US. And since this is an international device and not specific to the US market, there was also that question of whether or not I could even use this phone with my carrier, but fortunately I can, so everything checks out. So now that you know the little backstory, let's finally dive into the box here and check this phone out. The unboxing experience is pretty much identical to the last few Samsung devices over the last couple of years. Inside the package, you still get an OTG connector that has really an infinite amount of practical uses, along with that standard adaptive fast charger and USB-C cable. The same AKG tuned earbuds from the last couple of releases are also included as well, and because this is a Note device, you do get some spare S Pen tips if you ever need to change them out. With all that junk out of the way, here is the Note 9 itself. And in a lot of ways, this is a very familiar device from last year, but that's not necessarily a bad thing at all. I've personally always been a really big fan of the Note line. I love the form factor, I like the size, and like I said last year with the Note 8, I think this is the most feature-packed, most complete, most bang-for-your-buck Android device that you can buy right now. And when it comes to that metallic copper color around back, I'm really glad I waited a bit and was able to get this color instead. It's sort of that deep, rich, dark copper shade with a matching S Pen, and I'm kind of disappointed this didn't end up as an option in the US, but I guess I really wouldn't be surprised if Samsung ends up launching it here a few months from now. So let's talk about what's new and what's not so new from last year. Like I mentioned, the form factor and the design are about the same, but we get a slightly larger 6.4-inch Infinity display this year, though it retains about the same Super AMOLED Quad HD Plus panel at a resolution of 2960 by 1440. Even without a noticeable display upgrade, it's still just about the best display on any smartphone right now, and most importantly, still no notch, so let's keep it that way, Samsung. Of course, the phone also retains that dedicated Bixby button with no easy way of disabling it or remapping it, which is really kind of sad, but this phone also has all the other features you could ask for with basically no compromises. You've still got a headphone jack, there's a fingerprint sensor around back, along with that dual aperture, dual lens camera setup that we saw with the S9 Plus, with wide angle and telephoto capabilities. And probably the whole reason for buying any Note device, the S Pen gets some pretty interesting improvements as well. Along with obviously just using it as a stylus to take notes among other things, the S Pen now is fully Bluetooth equipped, which means you can use it to control slideshows and music playback, or even use it as a remote camera shutter to take pictures, which is incredibly useful. The drawback here is that the S Pen is sort of its own separate device now with an internal battery rather than just a passive accessory drawing power from the phone. But the S Pen can be charged when it is cradled inside the Note 9 in just under a minute anyway. And as far as those internal specs go, of course, everything has been upgraded to 2018 standards here. Depending on where you live in the world, you'll either get a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor or Exynos 9810. There's 6GB of RAM in the 128GB storage model and 8GB of RAM in the 512GB model. And I think most importantly, the Note 9 here gets a big boost in battery life. A 4000 mAh capacity battery compared to the 3300 from last year. I'm pretty confident that Samsung is long removed from the Note 7's battery debacle, so I'm glad to see they're starting to push the limits once again here, and I'll be interested to see just how long this phone lasts. So there you go, that's the new Note 9 in all of its glory. I'm excited to use this phone over the next couple of weeks for sure, and if you guys have any questions about this phone or have anything you want to see, any comparisons or content in particular, definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, be sure to follow Tech Daily on Twitter and subscribe to the Tech Daily YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys later.